What's up, guys? Darkest Raider. Early Christmas, and the reason I say that is because I got the Game Informer in the mail, and every time I get Game Informer, it kind of feels like Christmas on the inside. So this Game Informer has Infamous the Second Son on the cover, which is basically giving more details on PlayStation 4, and a lot of things I liked. One thing I didn't really like, but it's really not too big of a deal, but what I read about Second Son and what I appreciated about what the game is having to offer is that the game is having a lot of different powers. Infamous 2 provided electricity, fire, and ice. With this new character, Delsin Rowe, we're going to start off with smoke, and then it's going to open up to a bunch of other powers, because one of his abilities, Delsin, is to absorb the powers of other conduits. So that kind of gives us more in depth of what the gameplay is going to be like. Sucker Punch said that they're gonna let us switch out to different sets of powers. I think that's gonna be awesome. Another thing I like is his chain. In Infamous, whenever you run out of electricity, you're kind of screwed. They kind of resolved this issue in Infamous 2 with the amp, but now the chain seems more deadlier than the amp, of course, it's gonna give more wider range of attack. What I didn't like about what I read was that the DUP, Department of something I can't remember, basically the security in the game that's going to be keeping conduits on control, they're going to be having conduits within them. I thought that was kind of stupid, but it's not that big of a deal. I guess if you're a believer in the philosophy, it takes fire to fight fire and stuff like that. Alright, so this is like 7 years after Infamous 2, which you have the choice of two endings: to join up with the Beast or destroy the Beast and hundreds and thousands of other conduits. So apparently this game follows up after the good ending, which, I mean, I thought it would be a good idea to have it. So I'm not sure how PlayStation 4 would work about this, but taking the save data from Infamous 2 and having us start off from whatever ending we chose. But then again, some of us did both endings, so I guess they could have just gave us the option of starting from the good ending or the evil ending. Either way, I'm pretty sure they could have came up with an interesting story. Hopefully, Sucker Punch does a better job with this game than Infamous 2. I kind of feel like with Infamous 2, Sucker Punch felt like they could just give us giant monster boss fights and call it a sequel. I mean, there was nothing really wrong with that. It's just I kind of felt Infamous 1 had a more impacting story, like how they gave us Sasha and Alduin and Kessler. There really wasn't too many antagonists in Infamous 2 that I cared about. Even though the plot to Infamous 1 was kind of screwy, given that Kessler went back, spoiler alert, Kessler went back in time trying to prepare Cole for the Beast, when really he could have just never made the, what's that thing called? The Ray Spear, right? All he had to do was never make the Ray Spear, and none of that would have never happened. So I don't know what was the point in that. Another thing I hope this game improves upon that Infamous 2 kind of failed was navigation. Infamous 2, like towards the end of the game, you get this cool power that's kind of like Spider-Man swinging webs. You like attach electricity and you swing from it. My problem with this is that it was a cool way of getting around the city, but they gave it to us pretty late in the game. Like, really wasn't a point to it. Because me personally, I didn't really play Infamous 2 after I beat it, just being honest. So I kind of felt like this is a power we should have had early on in the game to enjoy navigating around the city like we should in open world games. I wonder if any characters from the past installments are going to make a comeback. I would love to see Zeke again, given that this game follows from the good ending. Zeke does survive. Or we could have, Chloe and Nyx are dead. Pretty much Zeke is the only important character left alive after Infamous 2's good ending. What I think would be nice is if they did the same thing they did with Infamous Festival of Blood. Kind of like how you can transform into a swarm of bats and just fly around the city. They could really, I think that would be really nice in this game. You just transform into smoke and just flying around everywhere. I think that'd be really awesome. In closing, this game, Infamous Second Son, is my most anticipated game for the PlayStation 4. Cannot wait till it comes out. Personally, I don't really see myself getting a PlayStation 4 as soon as it drops. I might wait a while and see how it does. But yeah, and if I do get a PS4, I know I'm definitely going to pick up this game. This is going to be like one of my prime reasons for picking it up. So that's my video. Hope you enjoyed it. Raider out.